Meet Emily. Emily has a great job in the healthcare industry with an income of $4,000 per month. She lives modestly in a studio flat and has fixed living expenses of $2,000 per month. Generally, she allows herself $2,000 per month on luxury spending. This allows her to enjoy a relaxed, fun lifestyle and indulge her favorite pastime, biking. Emily likes to stay organized. To help track her finances, she uses her credit card for all her expenses. On the first of each month, she pays off her credit card in full, so she starts off each month with a zero balance. Her current credit limit is $8,000, but her dad always told her to maintain an emergency fund, so she keeps a credit cushion of $4,000. While at work one day, Emily receives an email from her biking community saying someone has dropped out of their upcoming European bike tour and there's now an opening available. Emily has always wanted to bike through Europe to see the sights and jumps at the opportunity. Since she does not have time to save for her trip, she decides to use her credit card and dip into her credit cushion to cover the trip. Emily has a spectacular time on her trip. However, when she gets home, she realizes how much she spent. Emily only has enough income to pay $4,000 towards her credit card bill. This leaves a $2,000 balance. Thinking she will be able to pay it off slowly in the future, she continues with her normal spending habits. Upon returning from her trip, Emily meets up with her friend Stella to tell her about it.
Hi, Emily. How was your trip?
It was amazing. We got to bike all through Paris and even hopped over to Rome for several days.
Do you have any pictures up yet?
Yes, let me show you.
Those pictures are great. It looks like you got to see so much. You were gone for a long time. How did you end up covering the costs?
With my credit card, as usual. I keep a credit cushion of $4,000, so I was able to pay for the trip and it had little impact on my normal spending habits. I figure I can just pay it off slowly over time.
Are you sure about that? Credit card interest rates are pretty high. I bet you would end up paying a lot more than you need to. Let's use some software I have to take a closer look at that.
What software?
It's called Stella. You can create system dynamics models with it. It's incredibly helpful to test out different what if scenarios for any system. We can quickly model your spending habits and can simulate it over time to see what will happen if you pay off our credit debt slowly.
Interesting. Let's give it a shot.
First, they looked at Emily's spending prior to her trip. Then, they input Emily's European trip to show the $2,000 balance she now has. In 18 months, Emily's interest and balance have gone up. After running the simulation, they find out that Emily would pay nearly $8,000 in interest over 5 years if she paid the credit card off slowly.
Look at that. You'll get into trouble in the long run if you pay it off slowly. You end up paying $8,000 more because of the interest charges. Yikes.
That's horrible. I don't want to spend that much. Is there anything I can do to prevent that?
Let's play around with the model to see.
After adjusting the values, they find that if Emily can reduce her luxury spending by $1,000 for 3 months, her debt quickly gets paid off.
It looks like if you just lower your total luxury spending for a couple of months, you can pay off your debt quickly. You only end up paying $142 in interest.
Phew, that is much better, and I can easily do that. What great software! It made my problem so easy to understand and to find a solution. Hey Stella, what else can you do with that software?
Fascinated with the possibilities and benefits of dynamic modeling, Emily and Stella spend lots of time discussing the different areas dynamic modeling can be used.